So anyway, guys, I just made a video about freezing in my apartment, and of course I was kidding, like it's not minus 20 in here. But my point was that yesterday was very, very hot and the temperature went down a lot, so that's not normal. Temperature is going up and down, like the temperature is schizophrenic. So anyway, this video is not about that, but I was just kidding, like I'm not freezing. So I should have called my YouTube channel, instead of calling it In Power, I should have called it Things That Pisses Me Off. And I'm gonna keep repeating that because the topic here is something else that's pissing me off. And so I'm a Québécois, pure laine, right? Which caused a lot of problems in Quebec because what is a Québécois pure laine is somebody who can trace his family back to the first French people that arrived here, right? So my mother is Acadian, and my father, like, I don't even think there is a mix in my family going back to 400 years or something like that, and probably not even if I would go back to France, right? So anyway, the French language for the Quebec people is very, very, very important, like seriously important. So when I was a kid, right, there was this October crisis, the FLQ. And back then, I'm from Montreal North, so we lived on Hehehe Street, and so the FLQ crisis was on the Récollets, I think. I'm pretty sure. And so you got Hehehe Street, you got Saint-Julien, you got Pineuf, and a couple of streets after that is where the madness was going on. But then we moved a little further, not that far, maybe I think probably 10 streets away from there. And that's when I remember being a kid and the army was everywhere, and my father was saying, hey, come home, like if you go to school, come home right away. My father was freaking out. So this was all about preserving, the French identity, right? So then I grow up. And like everybody I know who's French doesn't listen to French music. I think like me and another friend, we're the only two people listening to Ginette Renault and Nicole Martin and things like that. So most of the people, they were in listening to Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and things like that. My father, he was into Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones, but that's still all English. And here in Montreal, we have we have English radio stations and we have French radio station. Like 98.5 Cogeco, that's French. Énergie, that's French. C'est quoi, that's French. Anyway, a bunch of French language and a bunch of French radio station and English radio station. But as I was growing up, like I was saying, how come the French radio stations are always playing English music? Like, I mean, didn't we almost have a war against that? Like the FLQ, like full of people arrested. And, I mean, it was friggin' important, right? But yet, the French radio station keep playing English music. They don't promote their own language. They don't promote their own identity. So I always found that very strange, that people who say that they want to protect their own language, their own identity, are promoting more the English identity. Of course, the music, when you do that, the people who produce English music are making more money, and the people who produce French music, they don't make any money money because people don't listen to them, you know? They can't get promoted. So the music was getting, like when I was a kid, the French music was very, 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 very good, you know, like Ginette Renault, unbelievable, Nicole Martin and Claude Dubois. And there was so many, you know, like there's a song there, L'Escalier, mind-blowing song, but I never hear it on the radio. Joe Dassin, unbelievable. I mean, he's not from Quebec, but anyway, you know, like unbelievable French singer. So, I don't know. That's what I wanted to share here. I don't understand how people who say that the French language is important, but they keep promoting the English music. And also the difference between the French people and the English people is that French people listen, they're open, right? They listen to all types of music. That's how they are. Well, they don't only listen to it, they promote it. But you never hear about English people listening to French music. There's not too many of that. And that's why Celine Dion had to learn English, you know, because the English people were not listening to her when she was singing in French. And plus, when I was a kid, if we want to go further than that, if we want to go like more weird, most of the bands when I was a kid, they were translating the songs of the Beatles and singing it in French. So again, it was promoting the English culture, you know. So I'm happy that the French people and the English people are living in peace, you know, because, you know, my favorite band is Pink Floyd. My favorite singer is Miley Cyrus. So it's English, right? And no, Pink Floyd? Well, yes, as a band, but I really like Engelbert Humperdinck also. So, you know, like I love that. I love his music. It brings me to another world. So I like English music, you know, like I'm guilty. But you know what I mean, right? It's just weird that the French people are promoting more the English culture than their own after everything that we've been through.